Well, freaks, for some of you, it's almost noon. But whatever, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Hope you're all having a good football Sunday morning or early afternoon for some of you here pretty soon. Um, yeah, let's get started here. And we got like an hour to go. I got some things to go through. I'm going to be covering some sleepers, defenses, kickers, things like that. Of course, answering all your questions. So go ahead and put those in the chat, and I'll answer all of them 100%. So good to see you all. Yeah, I know I don't have the background up yet. I'm working on. Jesus Christ! I had like 5 viewers come in. Everyone was like, "Fuck you, your blotchy ass skin." No, I don't know what this fucking camera works a lot of ways, but it makes me look fucking terrible. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just an ugly fucker. No, I'm just kidding. My mom says I'm a good-looking guy. Anyway, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Tinker Stinker Power Hour. I'm going to, yeah, what up, Matt? Yeah. It's funny, last night I had like fucking like 20 people in here. This morning I have 4. That's all right. Well, I'm going to actually try to get some more people in as we go. I've been answering questions online, in the Facebook chats and all that shit. So hopefully some people come in here. But anyway, I'm gonna get going here in just a second. Like I said, I'm answering some questions and things like that. And we're gonna do the morning pour as we always do, and light the ceremonial Sunday joint. So let's get all that shit out of the way, and then we'll get into the real shit. So welcome everyone who's here. Thank you for being here. We're going to start off with the ceremonial morning pour. It's morning here. It's like almost noon on the East Coast. But anyway, so today we're going with Rogue Dreamland. It's an American lager. Love this shit. Actually, I haven't tried this one yet. This is brand new to me anyway. I'm a fan of Rogue. Let me change this here. There we go. I'm a fan of Rogue beers myself. I don't know about you guys, but love them. Big fan. It's a local company off the coast. I believe it's still located on the coast. Anyway, yeah. So this is a Dreamland beer. Look at that weird fucking what's going on there. That's real super Oregon for you, right? This beer was born from a dream to renovate our hometown skate park in Newport, Oregon, to give our community a safe and clean place to skate. The incredible people at Dreamland Skate Parks helped make our dream a reality, and with them, we want to help others realize this. So we brewed Dreamland American Lager, a simple crisp lager from which a portion of the proceeds will go toward building skate parks around the world. Welcome to Dreamland. There you go. I'm drinking a beer that's helping people skate. I love it. I used to skate a lot as a kid, when I was younger. I can still skate a bit. I just can't like do tricks and all that shit. I ain't no Tony Hawk. But anyway, let's do a little ASMR for y'alls. Yeah, love that. And the pour. Here we go. I got a little head on it, a little bit of head. It's okay. We'll let it calm down a second there. All right. Give it a second to calm down. And while we let the beer calm down, because I poured it too fast, because I ain't no professional at that. I know my fantasy football. I know my beer, but I'm not a great pourer. I'll give you that. So anyway, we're going to light up the first joint of the morning. Here we go. This is, got a little Georgia on my mind, right? Georgia peach. Yeah. So let's light that up. For those of you in Georgia, if there's anyone there, this is for you. A little good luck for the Falcons. I don't know. Georgia Peach, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's a nice little taste there. All right. So lots of injury stuff to get to, of course. Where I'm going to go over the weather reports, updates, there's some weather shit going on too. And of course, I'll be answering all your questions. What's Matt got to say here? Cheers at 420. I got some love potion for this Sunday. Yeah. You've already been smoking. Look at that shit. You're not even smoking. Sunday. Yeah, there we go. It's like, what are you trying to be like a fucking monster truck announcer? Sunday. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Remember that shit? Yeah. Anyone been to like one of those like tractor pull kind of things? I went like once when I was really little. But anyway. Sometimes I don't like this shit up better. Good morning, Caroline. Thanks for answering my other questions. Here's one more for you. Ayuk, Dortch, Sterling Shepard. It's a good one. Now, here's the thing. Jimmy G doesn't necessarily connect all that well with Ayuk. I think that Lance and Ayuk was more of the package there. I'm not saying Ayuk's bad. I'm not saying Jimmy G's not going to throw to him. I think that you're going to get one more really good week out of Dortch, so I'd start him. Just because after that, Moore's going to be coming back. Hopkins is coming back soon. Milk Dortch while you can. I like him. I like him in the matchup. Hold on a second. Let me check out. Let me look at some numbers here. Do. Oh, shit. Double oh, shit. Give me a second. Sorry. No use crying over a little spilled beer. Not a big deal. Hey, at least I didn't spill the mug. That would be terrible. Anyway. Bear with me. I want to check out something here. Greg Dortch, yeah, going up against the Rams. I mean, they're going to need to score a lot against the Rams, of course. Rams D hasn't exactly been stopping people, stopping wide receivers at least. They're giving up the second most fantasy points to wide receivers right now. Now, of course, a big part of that is because they faced the Bills in week 1. But, I mean, even in week 2, Drake London, they allowed Drake London to go off and get his breakout rookie performance. So I'm not afraid of the Rams secondary. I'm not afraid of starting wide receivers against them. And right now, it looks like Greg Dortch is kind of the guy. He has like 1.5 more fantasy points than Hollywood Brown. So I say get one more good game out of him. Sterling Shepard, you could go that route too. I wouldn't, if you're feeling more Sterling, go for it. It's really kind of 50-50 between Sterling Shepard and Greg Dortch. I just like Dortch's name. I just like the fact that we can use him for one more week probably, and that's it. So I like Dortch. If you go with Sterling Shepard, I wouldn't blame you. What we got here? Richard, what's up, man? I missed most of your bumps due to vacation. Oh, damn. Pick 2, Hollywood, Mike Williams, and Jeff Wilson. Now, we're going to get some more reports in, but last I heard, Herbert's going to go. He's going to fucking take a shot at Toradol and go out there and do his thing. Pain, play through the pain. And if that's the case, I like Mike Williams. Otherwise, if we're hearing that he's like not playing, if he's still in a lot of pain, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to pay attention here. I'm going to give you a better, more solid answer later. I like Mike Williams initially. Otherwise, if we're worried about Herbert and the pain there, then I'd go Jeff Wilson. But sounds like Herbert's going to play through the pain. Good morning / afternoon, Erica. Love that smile. I'm torn between Lockett, Judy, Thielen. I like Adam Thielen. of those three, I'm going to go Adam Thielen this week. I think he has a bounce back week. I like the Vikings playing at home against Detroit. Detroit ain't going to stop anyone through the air, really. The wide receivers are going to get theirs. Jeffy's going to fucking eat. I even like a little from Irv Smith, but I think Thielen, this is his get good week. His get back, you know, get back in the good graces of us fantasy managers. I think that's the week he does it. I like him as a top 30 wide receiver this week, Erica. Good question. Good question. Done. Kittle good to flex first week back. Yeah. I mean, Jimmy G loves throwing to this guy. We know that. And I was kind of down a little bit on Kittle with Trey Lance coming in because he didn't throw to him as much. Jimmy G, however, yeah, he throws a lot to Kittle. He loves this guy. That's his guy. So we made the mistake last season when Kittle came back. We're like, wait on him one game. And what did he do? He put down like almost 20 fantasy points, I think. So yeah, we're not making the same mistake twice. Put George Kittle in this week. I like it. And the flex though, I mean, I guess who are the other options? I mean, I'm fine with it. Anyway. Herbert versus Wentz. If Herbert plays, I'm playing him. I know that he's in pain, but it's a cartilage issue, not a bone issue. Therefore, it's not going to hurt quite as much. Yeah, it's going to cause him some issues. Yeah, he's going to, he's hurting a little bit. I mean, I can see why you would want to go Wentz in this one, but oh my God. Carson Wentz, as soon as you start trusting him, he's going to fuck up. I get the feeling about that. I want to go safe and go Herbert, but I definitely see why you'd want to go Wentz if they're saying Herbert's, really in a lot of pain. But as far as from what I can see, they're saying that he's going to get that shot at Toradol and he's going to play through it. And the matchup's good. Yeah, I got to go Herbie on this one. I'm riding or dying with that guy. I mean, after what he did, when the injury was fresh, he's had a week, actually over a week to recover. I don't know. I'm not going away from him. Got Herbert and Fields, Goff, Mariota, and Ryan available. Oh, should be better than Fields. Yeah, I agree. Of those guys, I mean, I like Ryan this week. I like Matt Ryan, but he can break your heart too. He can show he did it like a few times last year where he's like great starting. It looks like it's going to be a good start, right? Then you start him, and he shits the bed, and you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" I don't trust Matt Ryan. I do think he should be a good play this week. I'm still sticking with Herbert's on that one. If you're talking about a 2-quarterback league, yeah, go with Ryan over the other three. And you said temper your expectations on Wilson this week, right? Also, fucking Akers. What the fuck do I do with this guy, right? I stick with Akers. Don't start him, but keep him, because the guy showed so much talent before the ankle blew up, but that could be just what happens. It could be just it's gone and that fucked up his career. But it could be that they're just kind of, waiting on him. I'd wait and see a little bit more before I'm starting to cut ties with him, honestly. Temper expectations on Wilson, just because, I mean, he's not going to throw down a 30-burger again. It's not going to happen. I would highly, highly doubt that. There's other mouths to feed there. You got Corey Davis, you got Elijah Moore, you got Tyler Conklin. I think, any given week, one of those guys can be the guy. Flacco likes to spread it around. So, I'm just saying, start him with caution. That's all. Higbee and a tight end. I like it. Other flex options go from Kittle, Singletary, but I grabbed Dortch to play instead of Keenan. Okay, I see. Okay, so this is back to the gut. Not going to be great throwing. Yeah. I like Kittle out of those other options. So yeah, in that case, yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I like Herbert versus Cousins. All right, go Kirk Cousins. If you really, I like Kirk Cousins enough this week to where if you're worried about Herbert and the injury, then yeah, I could see starting Kirk Cousins. I'm okay with that. Luis, right? Yeah. Yo, what up, Tyrant? Debating starting Keenan Allen versus Brandon Cooks, Drake London for wide receiver 2. Worried about Herbert. Not sure if Houston has enough juice on offense, and Drake looking like Atlanta's wide receiver 1. Well, why did what? So you ask the question and then you give the analysis I'm about to give you, because that's it. That's it. I like Drake London. He's the wide receiver 1. Pitts ain't doing nothing. No one else is doing anything on that team. Cordero Patterson's taking a step back. Algier is interesting at running back. He might be taking some touches away from Patterson. But, yeah, I like Drake London. I like him here. Love him this week, actually. All right. So that's it for now. Put your questions down there in the chat, and I'll answer them as we go along. But let's move on. I'm going to do injuries and weather at the end like I always do. But I'm going to start off with my deep sleepers this week. All right. Then I'm going to get into kickers and defenses. You know, I'm still going to answer questions, that kind of thing. So, you know, stay with me here. And I'm going to go over my deep sleepers. Then I'm going to answer questions. Then I'm going to go into kickers and defenses, answer more questions, go into injuries, answer questions. That's what I do. Love you guys. Thanks for showing up. All right, so my deep sleepers this week at QB, and owned in only 8% of leagues. So you can go and get him right now. If you're in a 2 QB league, maybe he's still available too. If you're in a 1 QB league and you need something to fill in, you're streaming QBs this week, or a good DFS punt, I like Joe Flacco. They're gonna need points to play against Cincy. And Cincy can give up points. Now they got an okay defense, but against wide receivers, they're like bottom 10. Against quarterbacks, they're bottom 10 in fantasy. I like Joe Flacco as good fill-in. He thinks he's an elite quarterback. Maybe he's not, but he's good enough in a matchup like this. He's got so many weapons around him right now. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis. He's got a lot going on there. He's going to need to throw. Last week, he was pretty serviceable. I see him getting around 20 or so fantasy points pretty much every week because the Jets' defense sucks, and they're going to need to fucking play. They're going to need to throw. They're going to need to score points. And you're not going to do that with the combination of Breece Hall and Michael Carter alone. Flacco's going to get the job done there. I like him as a deep sleeper quarterback this week. At tight end, I like the Saints, Juwan Johnson, 7% owned. All right? 7%. But the guy has 12 targets over the past 2 weeks. Okay? 12 targets. That's pretty good. That's, right in the middle range that you want for a tight end. He hasn't hit pay dirt yet, but I think that changes this week. A lot of people have been, because we keep talking about like Adam Troutman for them, and he's been banged up and shit. And like last year we were talking about Troutman, but it was Juwan Johnson. This year, Juwan Johnson's doing it again. He doesn't have a huge game to get everybody on his cock like last season, but this could be the game. Okay. I know Carolina's, defense is okay, but, in terms of against tight ends, they haven't faced any good tight ends yet. I'm not saying that Juwan Johnson's going to blow things up, but they did give away a touchdown to Daniel Bellinger. So for the Giants, I think Juwan Johnson gets in the end zone here in this game. I think he gets about 12 fantasy points. A good sleeper, good DFS option. If you're in a deep, deep, deep league, and you need a tight end. This is. I'm not saying you're going to start this over your top 10 guys or your top 20 guys even. I'm saying this is if you're in a deep league, in a like a tight end premium league. Some people have 2 tight end leagues, things like that. That's where I'm using Juwan Johnson and in DFS. All right, at running back. Running back, here's a guy that's owned in only 1% of fantasy leagues right now, and that's Brandon Bolden. Josh Jacobs did travel. Now, he didn't travel with the team. That's the interesting thing. He traveled in a different plane. Sorry, I'm doing some things here. So he traveled on a different plane than the rest of his team. They say he's good to go, but how good to go is he? Are they going to do the thing where, he does a couple snaps, but then they throw Brandon Bolden in there, who in week 1, he scored 10 fantasy points. I like him as a real deep sleeper. I wouldn't really be using him in anywhere other than DFS, like you want to load up in all the other positions. He's probably around 3,500. I can't remember exactly how much he's worth in DraftKings, but he's going to be way down on the list. And you can throw him in there in the flex and just pay up everywhere else. That, and he could get, he could split some carries there with Jacobs. I actually think that's an interesting play, but I'm not doing it anywhere but DFS. Now, here's one that you can do in a lot of places, and this, ladies and gentlemen, at wide receiver is my double deep danger dive of the week, and that is Brashad Perriman. Why? Well, let's see. Mike Evans is suspended. Godwin's out. Julio Jones is likely out. So your top target for Tom Brady in this game is going to be Brashad Perriman. Now, I do know that, there's some weather things going on, but we're going to get to that too in a second when we get to the weather report. Might not be so bad. And, excuse me, Tom Brady's going to be all right. I'm still not starting him over a lot of people. I like him as maybe QB 15, something like that. But I think he's going to need to throw to someone, and Brashad Perriman could be the guy. This is a dude who, year after year, he's, someone that you can pick up, and he has a couple games a year where he just happens to start. This guy won't go away. He never becomes a big superstar, but this is he's like the substitute teacher you love. When you were in school and shit, and your teacher was out, but you had that really neat substitute. You're like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's like what he is. He's like the substitute wide receiver. Like, okay, yeah, I can roll with this guy. In DFS, I fucking love him. I have him in a bunch of DFS, but you can even get him in as a flex in 12-team leagues, and I think that he's going to do pretty well. I think he's going to see a touchdown. I think he's going to see, at least, 6 or 7 targets. I think it's going to be good. I think you're looking at a flex-worthy performance here. So there you go. There's my double deep danger dive of the week. Brashad Perriman. All right, let's check it out here. Got any more questions? Hey, Erica, you're back in here with one. Pollard as RB2 or Wilson Jr.? Give me Jeff Wilson. The Broncos defense doesn't necessarily scare me. Jeff Wilson is a fine running back. He does pretty well when he's the lead guy. You're looking at RB2 production. You're not going to be looking at, as you say, an RB2. Pollard and Zeke, I'm kind of down on this week. So I like Wilson. Give the edge to Wilson there, even in PPR. Hold on, let me go back to that for a second. Now Jeff Wilson Jr. has got Mason playing behind him, who hasn't come in and done anything. Marlon Mack, they signed to the practice squad, and then they promoted him. I don't see him really doing anything either. When they have Jeff Wilson in, they trust him. He's a good enough running back to get the job done. So he's going to get a lot of carries. I think with Jimmy G coming in, it's kind of like resurging the offense there for the Niners. I think you're looking at 12 to 15 points from him. From Pollard, you're probably going to get, you're lucky to get 10. So, yeah, I like Jeff Wilson. Don, in the other league, you got Logan Thomas or Hayden Hurst. I like them both this week, but I'm gonna go with Logan Thomas as a top 10 tight end. As long as he's healthy, the dude's a top 10 tight end. Pretty good, by the way. Dreamland Logger from Rogue. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, I like Thomas. As long as he's got a pulse, as long as he's on the field playing, I like Logan Thomas. He's also a good DFS play this week, too. What's up, Perry Williams? Flexing, too. Mike Thomas, CeeDee Lamb, Elijah Moore, Devontae Smith. You're so chill, bro. Hey, thanks, Perry. You're so chill, bro. Yeah, good. CeeDee Lamb for sure. CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Rush does have a connection. He played well under Rush last season. I think he's going to be fine. I think I like CeeDee Lamb in this game. Hold on, let me look at something real quick here, just to put a little more substance on that. CeeDee Lamb, it's against the Giants. I'm not too worried. Last week with Cooper Rush in there, guy scored 15 fantasy points. I think it's gonna be fine. The other person I'm going with, the problem with Elijah Moore is that he's competing now with Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, even Tyler Conklin in there. Too many mouths to feed for me to really trust the guy that much. Mike Thomas is showing that he's Mike Thomas. I wasn't trusting him before coming into the season. I still don't think that he's going to be like how he was, a few years ago. But I mean, dude's been scoring. He scored 3 touchdowns the first 2 weeks. He's getting the job done, averaging over 20 fantasy points over the last 2 weeks. I don't think you can sit him at this point until he shows you a reason otherwise. So I like Mike Thomas and I like CeeDee Lamb in this game. I do like Devontae Smith as well, but he's going to be he's going to be in and out. I think that A.J. Brown's going to be the more consistent wide receiver target there for Hurts. Same with Goddard. I think that Devontae Smith is going to have his good games and his bad games. So I would rather go with, more solid picks, more sure things. And I see CeeDee Lamb and Mike Thomas as being that. Good question, though. Trojan, what's up? How's it going, Tyrant? I'm doing all right. Got my smoke, got my drink. We're good. Goddard or Ertz in standard. I like Goddard. I like he's consistent. He's going to get you a consistent 10 to 15 points every game. Ertz, it's going to fluctuate. I don't mind playing Ertz, but I mean, really, if I got to choose between the two, I think Goddard is a little more solid. I think Ertz, and Ertz doesn't really have much more upside than Goddard, honestly. I like Goddard. Stick with him. Thanks, Tyrant. You're welcome, Erica. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. And if you want more in-depth analysis, if you want one-on-one advice every week, if you want me to analyze your team and tell you, and your league and who you can trade and who you can trade with and how you can do all that stuff, et cetera, sign up with me on my Patreon. The link is down there in the description. And you get a pocket guru every week to help you out in your games. Doing, not just sit start, but like I said, helping you with trades, helping you with who to pick up on the waiver wires, how to fix your team. Ask anybody that signed up with me. I help fix teams in the championship squads. That's what I do. That's worth $5 a month, ain't it? Yeah. Hit me up. All right. So I'm going to move on now to kickers and defenses. if you have more questions, of course, put them there in the chat, and I'll come back to them after we go over the my kickers and defenses that I'm starting this week. I'm going to go with 3 apiece. These are kickers and defenses that are available in most leagues, or at least close to most leagues. So these are, kickers and defenses that you can stream that are, in 50% leagues, available in 50% of leagues, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, some a lot less. So we'll get to that. All right. One that's owned in less than 10% of leagues and, going across most platforms is Matt Amendola. Hey, he's the Chiefs kicker. The Chiefs score a lot of points. He was 3 for 3 on extra points last week, 2 for 2 on field goals, 9 fantasy points. That's pretty solid. All right. They signed him off the practice squad. He didn't just fall off the fucking turnip truck. All right. This guy knows how to kick. So I'm trusting him. All right. Indy is a good defense, but Chiefs are a dynamic enough offense to where they're going to score. Okay, but maybe the Colts stopped them at the goal line a couple times. Maybe they stopped them in the red zone. Maybe you're looking at a lot of field goals today. And Matt Amendola, I like him. He's the guy. So I like him. I also like Greg Joseph this week. He's on I think 54, 50 or 57% of fantasy leagues. But if he is available in yours, I pick him up. I like him at home. He's playing in a dome against at home in a dome against the Lions. They're giving up a lot of points. There's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. I think that Greg Joseph is a really good pick up this week if you can find him. If you can't find him and Matt Amendola's gone, I almost guarantee that this last one you're going to find, and that's Legatron. That's right. Greg the Leg is available in 98% of leagues. Wow. Yeah, I know he's playing on the Jets, but the Jets are scoring points right now. The Jets have some great weapons. The Jets aren't the Jets that they used to be. The Jets are actually taking a step up and they have fantasy worthy players. And right now, Greg the Leg, Cincy, they've got an all right enough defense to where they could be stopping them in the red zone. They might have to go to kicking, and they might be going with Greg the Leg. There you go. There's 3 kickers right now that you could pick up right now to stream this week. If you have any questions, of course, about kickers that you're thinking about, put them on there in the comments, all right? In the chat. So let's move on to the defenses, and then we're going to get to injuries and get out of here, all right? Damn, time flies when you're having fun. I'm going to answer some more questions, too. Let's go over defenses real quick. I like Chicago. The Bears defense, they had a pretty good week 1 against the 49ers at home. I mean, it was kind of a, bad weather game, but, they've got a pretty decent defense. This week they're at home against Houston. Houston's weak. So we prey on the weak teams when we stream defenses. I think the Bears can get you 10 to 15 fantasy points as a defense this week, and you love that, don't you? Yeah. The Giants, I like them, okay? Dallas, they're going to be okay as far as Cooper Rush, as far as, him throwing to CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be fine. However, I don't think they're going to be, lighting up the field, okay? Dallas is beat up. They've got a lot of injuries that they're working through. I think the Giants can take advantage of this. The Giants defense is probably underrated. Okay? They're at home, with the injuries to the Cowboys. Yeah. Give me the Giants defense as a sleeper defense this week. Kansas City, that's my 3rd sleeper defense. Hey, what can I say? The Colts fucking suck, apparently. I like Matty Ice, but what the fuck is he doing? Okay, so yeah, Pittman comes back this week. Great. And that's going to be wonderful for them. But I still feel like Kansas City is going to run up the score enough to where the Colts are going to have to force a lot of things. They're going to make some mistakes. Kansas City could capitalize. They could get a pick 6 here. I'm telling you. Kansas City Chiefs are like that defensive team that every year nobody fucking picks up, but by the end of the season, everybody has because, on paper they don't look great, but because of the way the offense plays, it forces their offense, the other team's offense, to play to their level, and sometimes they can't. And when that happens, you get a lot of interceptions, you get a lot of mistakes. Kansas City, a good pickup this week against the Colts. All right. So there you go. There's 3 defenses, 3 kickers. We got all the sleepers, all that shit out of the way. We're doing good. We're rolling along. I'm going to go back here and answer a couple more questions, and then we're going to look at the last second injury reports and weather reports and head out, all right? Because I got to set my lineups too. And I did a lot of it beforehand, but I got a lot to look at. So anyway, let's answer some questions, and then we'll get to the injuries and weather, and we'll head out. Mike, what's up, Mikey? Goff, Wentz, Garoppolo, Winston. Which 2 do I play? 2 quarterback league, huh? I think you kind of put them in a decent order there that I like them. I know I'm not a big Goff or Wentz guy, but I'd say start them both this week. They have decent enough matchups. I think, like I said, there's going to be a lot of points scored in Minnesota. I think, Goff's got that connection going on with him on Ross St. Brown. Him and the Sun God are going to light it up. So, yeah, I like Goff there. Wentz, Carson's cavalcade ain't so crappy these days. He's got a lot of offensive weapons. He's, a good matchup there with Philadelphia. I know Philadelphia's kind of got an underrated defense, but I think there's going to be a lot of points that need to be scored in this. Hurts is going to get the Eagles machine running, and so Wentz is going to have to get the Commanders going, and they're going to march into there and fucking kill it. I think the Eagles win this game, but I think that just means more that Wentz is going to need to throw. So Goff and Wentz is the answer there. Garoppolo, he never really does too much for fantasy. It's all a bunch of running plays, gadget plays, Shanahanigans, but it doesn't do well. I mean, he'll get like 15 to 20 points, but are you really banking on that? No, I think both Goff and Wentz can get you over 20 points. Winston, just not seeing it. Not this year. Enough to keep Michael Thomas viable and Olave and maybe a little Juwan Johnson, but not enough to really fucking do some damage. Yo, is Metcalf a start for today? My other wide receivers are Gabe, Judy, Olave, Robbie Anderson. So as far as that goes, I like Gabe Davis better. Other than that, yeah, you're starting Metcalf. I think Metcalf's the number 2 guy there. I think as time goes on, Geno Smith's getting more of a hookup with him. As that offense gels more, Metcalf's the guy. I think that he's, behind Davis. I like Gabe Davis, but then it's Metcalf, just above Olave, and then Judy and Anderson in that order. Trojan, am I safe? I think it's funny that Trojan is asking about being safe. Hey, always be safe with your Trojan. Trojan will always help keep you safe. Whatever. I'll just do condom commercials all day. Fuck that shit. Anyway, I'm safe with Dustin Hopkins, or should I pick up one of your streamers? Dustin Hopkins is fine. Just fine. Which Packer would you stash? Watson or Dobbs? It's Dobbs, but I like calling him Doobs because it's funny because I smoke Doobs. Doobs. It's a good one because I think that a lot of people are down on Christian Watson, and I think that he's got some talent. Yeah, he drops some passes. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has the connection with Dobbs, and that's why I ultimately go with Dobbs here, but I don't sleep on Christian Watson. Saints or Bengals D? Give me the Saints. Bengals D should do okay, but I think that the Saints D generally plays pretty well. I was actually looking at them. They were available in a couple of the leagues that I was in, but I had something better going on there. They got Carolina. I mean, are you really going to think that Baker Mayfield's going to light it up on them? I don't think so. They haven't really scored a lot of points yet this season, but I still like the Saints in this game. JC, what's up? And is the Bengals defense a safe play to go with, or you go one of the teams you mentioned? Our Bengals defense. Of those three, let's see. Of the other ones, yeah, stick with the Bengals. Stick with the Bengals over the other three. Anyway, all right, so let's get to some injuries and then we'll head out, okay? So I'm going to pull up my little injury update machine, otherwise known as a smartphone. And I've got, I'll go over the injury updates, let you know what's going on with a lot of these guys. Give me a second. Hold on. Yeah. Bear with me. Okay. All right, so here we go. So Josh Jacobs flew private plane, recovered from his illness. He's going to work out today, and it was deemed good to go. So you know that he's going to go, but I still worry about how much, or how he's going to feel. J.K. Dobbins is going to make his debut today. Justin Herbert got in a throwing session yesterday. Looks good to play today. I'm going to take a look at some other updates here, though. Hold on. Give me a second. So Jacoby Myers is out. Kamara, Swift, Davis, Dobbins, all playing. Gotta love that, right? Weird. Okay, sorry. Oh, oops. Jerry Judy's list is questionable. Oh, shoot. Sorry. For some reason, my phone went fucking weird on me. Looks like James Conner's going to play. Jerry Judy is on track to play, but I'm not trusting him. Dobbins is going to play. Jacobs is going to play. Kittle's, of course, playing. We know that. Hunter Renfro's out. We know that. Godwin's out. We know that. What I'm trying to actually find, the main one here is how's Justin Herbert? And that's the big question, because that's the question that unlocks and answers a lot of other questions. Like, who you're going to start at wide receiver. Hold on. All right, so give me a second. I'm getting some up to minute injury. Oh, shoot. Sorry, it's being stupid. Bear with me a second here. I'm getting the latest. Oh, my God. Can I get some? Oh, God. Sorry, it's annoying. We got updates. We don't. So, yeah, it looks like he's getting the injection. And it looks like he's going to play. So, Herbert's getting the injection. He's going to play. I say he's going to be fine. I don't worry about his pass catchers. Maybe you bring him down a little bit. But I still feel like Keenan Allen would be the guy to go to. Because Keenan Allen, Mike Williams is the guy that I'm really worried about. If Keenan Allen's playing, and it looks like he is. Hold on, let me double check that one. How come I'm getting injury updates for everybody but the ones that fucking matter? Jesus Christ. I apologize. Bear with me. Trying to get as much information as I can, but it's like, it's been crazy. Oh my God. This is insane. Sorry about this. Keenan Allen's not expected to play. Okay, but that was a couple days ago. What is the. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. How many fucking ads does this thing need? Sorry. I'm trying to get through some stuff to get you the guys the latest information. I apologize. Oh God. No, it's driving me nuts. Because I'm just trying to get a fucking injury update here. Hold on. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, I apologize. I'm trying to get this information. For some reason, I don't know. I have like 5 or 6 different injury update fucking things here, but none of them are giving me any information. It's fucked up. Sorry. I'm gonna try another route here because I need this information too. It's driving me nuts. Oh my God. It's like nobody has a fucking update on this shit. What is going on? I have like 5 or 6 different places, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we know Gabe Davis is active. Keenan Allen's still 50-50. I'm not seeing any real updates on him. And that's like the one guy that I don't have an update on is Keenan Allen. If any of you see an update on Keenan Allen, let me know. But I've been looking everywhere, and I'm not seeing anything. Fucking weird. All right, hold on. Trying to get this. I don't know why. I don't know why. There's like, it's so weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this for you guys and for me. Let's see. To past hour here. How come we can't get an update on Keenan fucking Allen? I know you're all leaving because I can't. I don't know what's going on. It's fucking weird. So strange. Everyone else I've got I've already updated. Keenan Allen is just. It's a mystery. Hold on. He's still listed as questionable. They don't start till this afternoon. They're still saying that he's questionable. We're not getting any fucking updates on Keenan Allen. That pisses me off. Mike Martinez, real quick. I'm going to answer your question, then I'm going to head out. Eagles, Bears, Texans, Giants, D. Give me the Bears, D, this week of those guys. All right? Hey, listen, I'm going to head out. Sorry, I didn't get to the weather reports. Check them out. Go look up the weather. Make sure, I talked about some of them, some of the weather issues. In Tampa Bay is one of them. So I mean, look them up. I'm sorry, I had the injury issue thing fucked with me. I'll have it all for you next week. The only thing I didn't get into was the weather report. Actually, you know what? Real quick, for those of you sticking around, let me look at something. All right, we got an updated weather report here. Hold on. It's going to be some wind in the Windy City, but nothing that big a deal. New Orleans and Panthers, there's going to be 15% of rain, a little bit of wind. Not too worried about that. Nothing to worry about in the Dolphins game. Let's see. 10% chance of rain in New England. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Rain picking up in New York. So, like I said, Cincinnati Bengals defense are a good play. Although I also like Flacco on the other side. I think even with a little bit of rain, it's not gonna bother him. The only one I'm really concerned about, there's a couple of them. That's the Eagles Commanders game. 50% or higher after kickoff for precipitation for Washington. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal there. I think they'll weather through that. Ha ha ha. So I'm looking at this Packers and Buccaneers game. They called off the rain. It's going to be clear. Fucking go, all of them. Packers, Buccaneers, start them all up, all right? So there you go. Not too much weather going on. There was a lot of speculation, but I guess we're okay. We're in the clear. Real quick, Mo, last question of the day. CEH or Connor? I'm going CEH this week. I think that Connor's a little bit banged up. They might spell him with, Benjamin and Williams. So I like CEH. Pacheco ain't doing much to get in his way. All right. Love you all. Good luck to everybody. I'm going to be back on Tuesday morning with your top 10 waiver wire picks for week 4. Hey, we're already like 3 weeks through. This season's just rolling along. All right. Love you all. Until then, until this Tuesday morning, when I bring out my top 10 waiver wire picks, I'm out. Peace.